Chelsea head coach Thomas Tuchel has claimed that the same mistake his team made during their UEFA Champions League quarter-final defeat to Real Madrid is the same mistake that cost them the loss against the Gunners on Wednesday. The Chelsea head coach made this known when explaining why he substituted Thiago Silva at half-time during the match with the Gunners. Remember that the 4 goals from Bukayo Saka, Emile Smith-Rowe, and Edin Nketiah gave Arsenal a 4-2 victory over the Blues at Stamford Bridge. Thomas Tuchel, at his post-match conference, said that one cannot win games like these and that it is not all about individual players but all about a suitable defensive performance. He stated that he can't continue with the present situation and that he does not substitute a player because of one mistake. He concluded by announcing that his team made the same mistake that cost them the UEFA Champions League race when they clashed with Real Madrid. Andreas Christensen reacts to Cesar Azpilicueta confronting Chelsea fans after Arsenal defeat. Andreas Christensen has reacted to fan backlash and Cesar Azpilicueta confronting Chelsea supporters after the Blues lost to Arsenal. The spectators were not impressed and let the Chelsea skipper understand what they, though after the game, which noticed him confront fans in the stands after the 4-2 defeat. Speaking to Chelsea's Fifth Stand app after the match, Christensen mentioned the disappointment of the supporters. When asked about the mood around Stamford Bridge, the Danish defender said, "Everyone wishes the best for the club, there's a lot of passion from us and from the followers, which is how it ought to be. I understand any frustrations because we weren't good enough and we know we have to do a lot better. We want to do this for the followers because we are all proud to play for this club. We have to go again, and I'm certain the followers will be there once more at the weekend to support us, which we need." When asked about Azpilicueta confronting the fan after the match, Tuchel stated, "I noticed it. Honestly, I can understand the fan." Christensen himself was also at fault in the match and obtained criticism, with fans chanting for Thiago Silva after the Dane gifted Edin Nketiah an opener before he was substituted at half-time. The loss at Stamford Bridge saw Tuchel's men fall to their 3rd consecutive home defeat in all competitions, conceding 11 goals to Brentford, Real Madrid and now Arsenal. Tuchel blamed the very difficult surface for Arsenal's first goal, whilst also bemoaning Chelsea's recent defensive errors. Thomas Tuchel complained about the state of the Stamford Bridge pitch following Chelsea's dramatic defeat at home to Arsenal, saying the surface is awkward and difficult for his players. Chelsea have conceded 11 goals in their last 3 matches at home, and Tuchel described the quantity of mistakes made by his players in recent games as impossible. The Chelsea head coach admitted it sounded like an excuse to blame the pitch at Stamford Bridge, but insisted that the unpredictability of the surface was at the back of Arsenal's opening goal, scored by Edin Nketiah after an error by Andreas Christensen. "To say the pitch is hard here, it sounds perhaps like an excuse, but it is a very hard pitch we have here," stated Tuchel. "It is not in our favor, and the ball bounces very awkwardly when it bounces to Andreas." Speaking about his team's defensive lapses, Tuchel added, "It is a level of errors and amount of mistakes in consecutive games right here at home which is impossible on this kind of level. It is simply not possible, but we are doing this at the moment and you cannot win soccer games like this. It is not possible to win soccer matches when you do this amount of errors of this caliber. It is clearly impossible. I don't see it in any other matches. But I see it in consecutive matches of our games, and it has to stop." Tuchel's comments came after Cesar Azpilicueta was involved in an angry change with Chelsea fans after the final whistle. The Spanish defender was apparently angered by supporters' response to the loss and was captured on television cameras confronting one individual in the front row of Stamford Bridge's West Stand. Azpilicueta, who had walked over to the stand specifically to confront the fan with his arms outstretched, was also seen to gesticulate at him before walking away. The supporter seemed to hold his hands up in apology. After the match, Thomas Tuchel said he could understand the fans' anger when asked about the clash with Azpilicueta. "I noticed it," said the Chelsea head coach. "Honestly, I can also understand the fan." Mikel Arteta, the Arsenal manager, admitted that his mind straight away jumped to Bukayo Saka's missed penalty in last summer's European Championship when the winger stepped up to take the late spot kick to seal the win for Arsenal. Saka missed the decisive penalty in England's final against Italy, but confidently scored here with his first effort since that night. "When I noticed Bukayo was going to take it, my first notion was to him back in the summer and what happened," said Arteta. "But when that happened to Bukayo, it happened for a reason and he learned so much and matured so much, which is why he's having the season he's having. For him to have the braveness to take the penalty, because I'm certain it was in the back of his mind, it took great character and courage." Kindly subscribe, like, share, comment and press on the notification bell for latest news outlets.